So in the previous class, we have discussed the sampling theory. Sampling theory here. So sampling theory means before that, a large number of individuals. A large number of individuals can be considered as yes or whatever. Okay. So if they are having like this, x1, x1, so on up to xn, and so on up to xn. Large number of as a population. A population or universe. So it can be defined as a large number of large collection of individuals is known as population. Right? So a finite subset in this population or in this universe are going to take a finite subset of this universe. A finite set of this universe is known as sample. Finite subset of this universe or this population is known as sample, right? So the number of individuals in the sample, is it clear? The number of individuals in the sample is known as sample size. So how many number of individuals are there? So that I can consider if I consider like that, so n number of individuals are there. So that is the thing. But n is the sample size of this distribution or the given population. That is nothing but sample size. So only and the standard error that can be defined as standard error. The standard error can be defined as standard distribution of sampling size. Standard or standard deviation, right? Sorry, standard deviation. Standard error. And there are reciprocal of the standard error. See, these terms are interrelated each other. See, precision is depending on standard error. Standard error is depending on the standard deviation, and standard deviation is depending on the standard. A little formula. T distribution. Is it clear? T distribution for single means. Single mean. We are having two cases here. One is for a single mean, another one is for more than one. More than one. That can be considered as a large sample size. This is a small sample size. So the definition for this already we had discussed in the last class. So T is equal to x bar minus mu divided by S. So this x bar is divided by summation x divided by n. That is nothing but your sample mean, right? Sample mean. Next mu. Mu is nothing but mean only. Next n. Actually root n. N means what? N means sample size. Or size of the sample or sample size here. Next yes. Yes is, you should note this sample variance actually. So generally I take this square that is equal to n minus 1. N minus 1 summation x square minus 1 by summation x distribution is in the mean actually, right? You remember this, and what are the things we have to find? I mean, what exactly is x bar? X bar is nothing but mean, right? So first you find x bar and substitute here. Similarly, mean is nothing but it will be given, and then n is nothing but the sample size. Next step, yes, actually we know the expression for s square. Find s square, then immediately can convert in terms of s over there. So this completes. And here we are having one or two notes. So see, for example, that note also is important. So note is also important, I'm telling. See, note 1 for sample size. For sample of size n. So n samples will be there. Is it clear in the distribution? If n sample is there, then V is equal to n minus 1. This already we have discussed. This is nothing but degrees of freedom, right? V is nothing but degrees of freedom. In examination, they make you like this also. D dot F. D dot F is nothing but degrees of freedom. If n samples are there means I need to take n minus 1. If 10 samples are there means I have to take V as 9 actually, not 10. Is it clear? To remember this first note. Next, second note, and we apply. Especially there is a criteria for this. We apply this T distribution size n that I given, but n should be strictly some number, right? We apply here if n is less than or equal to 30. If it is greater than 30, we are having another distribution in your syllabus. But this test must be applied if n is less than or equal to 30. Is it clear? If n is less than or equal to 30, and the last condition to test hypothesis, to test the hypothesis, to test the hypothesis if mod t. Anyway, t will be open right from t distribution. There, depends on the value now. So how to test the hypothesis here? This is also important. So mod t, if it is greater than t of 0.05. If mod t is greater than t of 0.05, that is the standard value. So in this rejected. If your mod t is greater than t of 0.05, this value will be there in the standard table that I will show you in the next class, or I will share the group. Standard table is there, that value like 2.2 like that. So suppose here if I get 2.8, general I am taking. If I assume the value of mod t is 2.8, so obviously it is greater than 2.2 because the standard t table, distribution table, value of 0.05 is 2.2 actually. So obviously this is naturally it is greater than this, right? This is acceptable. So for that reason, our hypothesis is rejected. Our hypothesis is rejected at 5% significance. At 5% significance. Similarly, next one is there. Point 0.05. Is it clear? If t is less than t of 0.05, means t of this should be less than this value 2.26. This t value should be less than t of 0.05. Is it clear? If it is less than this value, then hypothesis is accepted. Hypothesis is accepted. Significance at 5%. Okay, this is for. So now, if you are having more than one mean, so that is a second case. So the significance difference. T-test for difference between sample means. Sample means if you are having more than one sample, in that case I'm telling. So So T is equal to, okay, two samples will be there, right? So X bar and Y bar here. X bar minus Y bar divided by square root of N2. 1 divided by N1 plus 1 divided by N2. So now I need to find. In the we are having only single means, right? That is X bar divided by S into square root of S divided by square root of N we were having, right? But here we are having two difference between a sample means. More than one being we are having X bar and Y bar. So we need to find first X bar, then Y bar. So what? Yes. So next, now S square. S square is equal to 1 divided by N1 plus
Yeah,
N0. Sorry? Visible, right?
sir, no, sir, video it's not coming sometimes, sir. Voice could have break.
ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್,
Um,
ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಬಂದಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
network problem is there. ನಾಳೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ let me know. I'll stop the class and tomorrow let me take. Not a problem.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಒಂದು ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಸರ್ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು.
Okay, let me complete. Only one or two parts is there. Okay.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
Okay, 1 divided by N1 plus N2 minus 2 X minus X bar whole square plus Y minus Y bar whole square. Y minus Y bar whole square. So now the thing is, S square is 1 divided by N1 plus N2 minus 2 into X minus X bar. Okay, last formula. I'll just write that. This is for S square, because if S1 and S2 are standard deviations, if S1 and S2 are the standard deviations, of X and Y, of X and Y respectively, then S square is equal to, here, then S square is equal to N1 S1 square plus N2 S2 square divided by N1 plus N2 minus 2. And similarly here also we will be having a note. So note 1. So for two samples here, so V is equal to N1 plus N2 minus 2. So that is written here. This is nothing but the degree of freedom for two samples. For n sample it is, for one sample it is V is equal to N minus 1. And you should know this. Here B, this is not here. Note if mod T is greater than 2.201. This is clear. If mod T is greater than 2.201, then it is rejected. Rejected at 5%. Do remember only these conditions. Notes actually. See, if mod T is less than 2.201, then it is accepted. Accepted at 5%. So only this much formulas you have to remember for this entire model. One more distribution is there, student T distribution, and one more is chi-square distribution. Okay. Tomorrow we will solve applications based on this concept. Fine.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್. ಸರ್ ಬೇರೆ ಆ್ಯಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋರಿ ಸರ್, ನಾಳೆಯಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟುಮಾರೋ ನೋಟ್ಸ್.
ಹೌದಾ? ಓಕೆ ಫೈನ್, ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಮೀಟ್ ಓಕೆ ರೈಟ್?
ಹಾ ಮೀಟ್ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಜೂಮ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ನಡೀತೆ ನಮಗೆ.
ಓಕೆ ಫೈನ್,
ಜೂಮ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ತಗೋರಿ ಸರ್ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದು ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಅದೇ ಮೇನ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸರ್. ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು.
ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಗೂಗಲ್ ಮೀಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಎರಡು ಇರ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
ಹಾ ಎರಡು ಇದಾವೆ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ.
ಓಕೆ, ನಾನು ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಮೀಟ್, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ Zoom. So
Okay,
directly you
sir.
can join right in Google Meet and all. No need of giving. So I just wanted to share a link in the group. That's all. So directly we'll join for the group, right?
Yes sir,
Then
yes
not a
sir, ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
problem.
Okay sir.
Okay. Thank you. Then.
Thank you sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Welcome.